Hello my dear friends, today is August 4th. I'm recording video because I want to show you my progress on Dana's roses, and I made a little mistake. Actually, it's my second mistake. First of all, I made this color different, and over here and here I had to change it. Now that green color, as you can see, it's really bright. It's not supposed to be like that. I'll show you the preview and you will see here there is no green. I don't know how. Oh, the symbols were quite similar, that's why I made mistake. Anyway, if you're new on my channel, this is Butzilla Dana's Roses. This is out of print kit, and you can still buy it on eBay. It's stitched with DMC colors. There are more than 50 colors, and this fabric is 28 count. It's a little bit hard to stitch on this fabric, but I'm trying to. So I started from this center about 2 years ago. It was months of starts, and I love this design so much because I love stitching roses, and I love Butzilla as well. It's my first kit from Butzilla I'm stitching, but I have few more in my collection. And yeah, so this was my start over here, and now I'm stitching this rose. The back ground will be easier to stitch because there I don't have to change my thread quite often, and I think the most interesting part will be the central rose. Also, I love these colors, and I enjoy stitching it. To be honest, I did not think I will come back to this design this year. Every single time I was thinking I have to stitch this design, I was like, maybe I should not complete my challenge, but then I decided I have to because I promised myself, and I want to have this beautiful kit stitched, and maybe one day we'll frame it. Anyway, let's go back to my stitching. This green I have to remove now. That's why I'm showing you. That's my mistake. And you can see a needle here because I like to mark some parts I have to correct. This cross, I don't like the way it looks like. Okay, now I remember where it is because I was showing to my Russian-speaking followers this design, and I saw that cross I did not like, so I mark it. And I'll show you closer on my stitching because I know you like to see how it looks like. When other stitchers showing it, I always pay attention. And yeah, I would not say it's hard to stitch, but fabric itself, it doesn't give you result you want to, and I have to take time and make the stitchers right, and after mistakes I have to correct them as well. Also, we are on kind of vacation, how you call it, Paul? We decided to live in Istanbul for a month, and we have to go for a walk. I cannot stitch the whole day. I would love to, but
no, she can. She really can.
I can't.
Don't pay attention to that. She's lying.
Yeah. Yesterday, how many thousands of steps we made?
17.
17. I made more because I walk more.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes.
You're lying.
Yeah, you are sleeping. Anyway, this is our apartment we're staying in here in Istanbul. I love this picture. It's bright today, but it's hot. This apartment is in a historical building, and they're not allowed you to put AC, so we're using this beautiful fence, but they're working very good. I like them. Also, I don't like AC. Yeah, so we might go now for a walk. Today, I'm not sure we will have 17 or 20,000 steps, but maybe we'll have 10,000 at least. And I would love to do some workout at home because I was going to gym often in Ukraine, and I don't want to stop it. I don't want to lose this shape and energy. Okay, next time you will not see these green colors. Let me go to take them out. So I moved my hoops now, and I decided to show you my progress on my rows and how I organize this whip. So this is done as roses, and I did correct my arrows in the center of this rose. I'm stitching this rose. It's very pretty kit and design. And I like the way it goes. It's very interesting to stitch this design. I would not say it's easy, but when you enjoy it, it's easy, believe me. It's such a pleasure to stitch this design. Again, there are my stitches, and as you can see, there are lots of confetti, but that's okay. It's not like it's impossible to stitch. Lots of quarter stitches, but they give such a beautiful effect, and I like to stitch them. After mirabilias, I do love stitching them. And this is a big piece of fabric. I need to complete this design by the end of the year. Well, I hope I will. If not, then what can I do? And here I mark some stitches I've done, but they're not all here because I was starting stitching on the original chart. This is a working copy, and some stitches I did not mark. Anyway, I have to move now, and I think I will stitch to this way, and then I will go up. And as you can see on a chart, this is out of print kit, so I'm allowed to show it. Just show you some parts that it will be easier to stitch than in the middle, where lots of quarters and stuff like that. Back stitch is easier on this work, and it's fun to stitch. Really, it's fun to stitch. These are colors, and my organizer did not fit all the symbols, and some of them I could have put in one dividing quarter. Let's say this one and this one. These are two the same colors. Just number 5 you stitch with one thread, and this one with 2. Similar here and somewhere else, but the rest on my key I have like around 8 symbols I have to put somewhere, but I'm not gonna use another organizer. So this is how I organized my threads, and believe me, this will make your stitching much easier if you will organize right. And I use different number of different count of needle, because sometimes I like to experience which needle is working better for me, and it's hard to say which one I would advise you to use for this design, but maybe 26 count of needle will work. And again, it depends. If I have lots of stitches around, sometimes it's better to stitch with a thicker needle or with a thin. Depends on the quality of the thread, and you know, every thread has little bit different quality, and they lay on your fabric differently again. So I organize my stitching spot as well. Well, I'm moving here and there, depends. If my husband working, then I do go to another room, and also there are lots of lights. Then I clean everything. I put back this little couch, and yeah, it's sunny. We might go for a walk now to make our 20,000 stitches, and then I will come back to reading. This is my new book for month of August. Tweezers I'm using for cross stitch as well, when I taken my my mistakes. And also, look, it's so noisy outside. But this is Istanbul, and it's always noisy here because lots of people, action here, and stuff like that. Today is 9th of August. I decided to take a break from Bootzilla kit and I'm stitching my lighthouse, Scenic Lighthouse from Dimensions Gold Collection. This kit was made in United States, so I once went to Dnipropetrovsk with my husband. He was driving, I was sitting next to him. It's like a 1-hour drive. I decided to do something with my hands and I sorted threads on the way. Takes me exactly 1 hour on the road, otherwise I would do it much faster. So yeah, Bootzilla is fun to stitch, but it's going so slow and I'm not used to this kind of speed. Also we are traveling and obviously my speed is different and you want to have some progress, not a small progress. I still enjoy other projects, but this one is most likely could be finished by the end of our trip. I'll see. Also, I would like to take a picture by the sea with this design, and it's inspired me to stitch it more. I'm working now on a background in Designs the Sky, and I don't like to stitch half stitches where is no crosses around, because always will do mistake, and it took me a while to finally make it right, and now I'm stitching and I like it. Also the rest will be the same color. All this area will be with the same little bit here of blue, but this area will be with this color. It's 17 something, I can't remember right now. I'm sitting on a key, on a threads. But yeah, today is very hot here in Istanbul, and I had another plans for today, but unfortunately had to cancel them, and I decided to stitch instead. And the last thing I want to show you, this is my finish, my FO, called Scenic Lighthouse from Dimensions called Petites. This is beautiful kit. I'll show you the preview, and I'll show you my result. Actually it took me like 10 days to work. I have 2 days without stitching, but otherwise I would show you this finish earlier, but it's fine as long I complete it. Doesn't matter how long it takes me, and this is a finish. It's my second lighthouse. I have one in Ukraine, fully finished and framed, and this is second one. There are 2 more in the series, and every year I wanted to stitch one lighthouse. Last year I didn't stitch, so I planned this year 2 more lighthouses, and right now I don't have any time this year for third lighthouse. Maybe next year I will make 2. I'm already thinking about my 2021 plans, and sometimes I'm scared to make them because I want everything. I have lots of threads left. This is organizer I made by myself. All these threads will go to my Dimensions collection of threads. Well, you know why? Because I have some projects you don't have enough threads. Sometimes my friend will give me the leftover from the kit, so I will use all the threads because it's hard to replace them with DMC colors. They are not the same, and I want the result will be perfect when I'm stitching it. Also, this is the key for additional stitches, back stitch and French knots and lazy daisy. It's actually one of the easiest designs I've stitched from Dimensions Gold collection, and you know they're not as simple as you think, because when you start stitching them you have to change thread quite often. Lots of additional stuff like lazy daisy, like back stitch you don't even see, but there were lots of back stitch, and all that, even green flowers, it's hard to see, but when you look closer, here they are, over here, over here, it gives at the end excellent result, because it's hard to show it only with crosses. And that's why I like Dimensions, because you never bored, you always entertained by half stitches and additional stitches after you finish your stitching. I did my back stitch as I go, as always, because it's easier. Once you've done, you don't have to come back. And I thought, let me stitch first half, because it looks like easy. To be honest, this part was easier than the top one, because I don't know, I thought here will be lots of crosses, here mostly half stitches. It was so easy, and I enjoy this cross stitch very much. This design is really great, and my advice to stitch if you want to. And this is a key, you will see. Sorry for the condition of the key, because I put my threads with needle here, because I did not want to have another organizer as always, and this is normal for me to have it this way. You can see that majority are half stitches. Even a key looks like maybe 50-50, but in real life you do lots of half stitches here. And I remember now that I did not do 3 crosses here. Number 7, this here should be, I'll do it right now. I think I remember. It's my second video, because first video I was recording for Russian speaking followers. And by the way, my videos always in English and in Russian. I'm trying, guys, I'm trying to upload them at the same time, but here internet is not as good as in Ukraine, and it takes me sometimes more than 12 hours, sometimes 16 hours to upload, and I'm sleeping by the time it's on. So I cannot get up at the middle of the night and upload a video. Also, to record both of videos and saying the same thing over and over again, it's hard, because not what you see I record from one from the first try. Sometimes I have to redo them. Like right now it's so noisy, and sometimes people do repair upstairs. I have to stop my camera, I have to say it again, and when you have to do it in both languages, it's so hard. And I hope you understand that. I also have new microphone today, and I hope sound will be better and you won't hear the background noise, and you will enjoy my video the same. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with this project. It's small finish, but there is a finish this month, and now I'm thinking to start stitching Rioli's kit. I have their little stuff to do, but first I want to work on Dana's roses. Okay, again, one more time I will show you the preview in case if you want to stitch the same. This kit was made in United States, but there are lots of them on eBay and some other online stores. You can buy it, but the kit probably will be done in China. To me, I like more when kits made in United States, because I have to sort my threads and I enjoy it very much. And my Mirabilia Princess Eliana. Guys, I don't have preview with me because I left it in Ukraine. We are in Turkey, Istanbul right now, and I'm so happy I took her with me because once in a while I don't want to stitch on hoops. Sometimes I feel uncomfortable to stitch here because it's not my stitching spot and it's not organized, so I can sit anywhere with Princess Eliana and be busy with her beads. Right here you can see I made little progress, but in real life it took a few hours of doing that, maybe 4 hours even, but again I stitch every bead twice. That's why maybe it's longer than with other than compared to you. If you do it on only half stitch, I do it twice, sometimes 3 times, depends on a bead, because I want them to be here for good. Also one treasure here. I have to put something on top, but I don't have any petite beads with me right now. And I'm going slowly. I really enjoy stitching her, and she is one of the most beautiful Mirabilias in my stitching collection. So I look at her once again after she is done, and I should not rush redo her hand right here because again, sorry for wrinkles because I did not iron her. It's not time for me to iron her. I don't want to damage anything while I'm doing that. Also, I hope you will understand that she is looking pretty. Even I cannot show you the whole fabric how it looks like, but maybe another time I will catch the proper light. Actually here is very dark and only have a couple of hours, 2 hours of sun. The rest is like so dark because the tree right here, I'll show you outside, always action, always noisy, and to me to close the door and not to use fan, it's so hot, and we don't have AC here. This is a historical building. So come back to Eliana, and I would like to restitch her head back here to make it as it in the beginning because I like it now, and now she looks like plain, so I need to redo this one here, go back to her original colors. And also this color 950 DMC, I don't like how it looks on her. This is petite and it looks like dirty, so I want to restitch this part and this part also right here, and therefore I cannot do beading till this part. Well, I need to put hoops all over here, and without damaging any beads, so I can be busy over this area. Just I need my silk threads to finish her. I had the same problem with Persephone, and believe me, Persephone has lots of skin. How many hours took me to remove her petite, this 950, and believe me, I forgot. I don't know how I can make this mistake twice. 950 in petite looks like dirty color on a skin. It looks like not real. I mean, it's very hard for you to show your face, but yeah, this way you might see better. It's okay, but I don't like it. The same was on Persephone. It was okay, but I was not happy. I was not happy, and only after I did her with the right colors, I'm happy now, and I'm looking at her. She's framed, she's in my bedroom. I'm happy that I've done it. Again, this is without hoops. That's why petite might looks weird. And her hand I want to redo, and I want to put back colors. It's not much to redo, so it's okay. I'll show her once again. So beautiful. And my little progress on Dana's roses. I'm saying little, but I spent lots of time with her in real life because Here you will see closer lots of half stitch, not half stitches, quarter stitches, and you change thread quite often here. And I'll show you some parts where you have really work on this project right here, especially here. You can see a lot of work, and it looks like you don't change thread often, but you do. And then I look after my crosses, I want them to look better, and some colors doesn't do that well, so I have to restitch it. And this fabric I like a lot. It's 28 count, forgot the name, but Monaco or something. This is preview. Guys, sorry for the noise. It's so busy here, and yeah, people screaming, cars moving all day long and night as well. So I've seen lots of, not lots of, few whips, few FOs on Instagram. Looks amazing, amazing, and I can't wait to show you the whole work done. It will take me some time. I'm stitching on hoops. I did not press this work as well, but I will be taking some pictures later after some progress, and I will show you here in better condition. Also, I stitch, because you ask me all the time, I stitch with this lamp, and I'm using this Velcro travel stand, and I like it very much because when we are away from home I need these tools. I cannot have lights anywhere we go, and yeah, it helps me a lot. Also, I'm planning to continue and work on this project, but I will see how it will go. I hope I will spend another 5 days before I will change my other project, but we'll see. As I said before, to take this project as a travel, if it's only one project, it's fine, but when you have lots of others, like I took a lot of stuff with me. I only have 4 different kind of scissors. I don't know why do I need 4 different scissors with me, but it's me. And because not all the colors I have on my organizer, Paco, here it is. I use this piece of paper as an organizer. Here the chart. I mean, it's already half of the luggage of my cross stitch. You understand? That's why I like to take maybe Mirabilia to bead here. It's excellent. You don't need hoops, you don't need stand, you just take your beads and you do your work, and that's it. All this extra stuff I have to carry with me. They're also, when they lay in here somewhere, it looks like dirty, even it's clean, but you know, all that stuff, they take attention. And again, one more time I show you my little progress, which I said for me it was lots of work.